everybody, this is Azurika here, and today we'll be playing some more Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. I changed my Xbox profile picture recently, which is the first I've done in like a very long time. So yeah. Alright, let's see what terrors await me in ddlc today. Alright. Oh, hell no! Who's PM? Okay. Thank you, Monica. Alright. Let's see the craziness that's gonna happen. Alright. So I gotta do a full Yuri poem, right? I gotta look up all the Yuri words. Let me see. Yuri. Yuri words. Please do not jump scare me, Yuri, with your creepy hop. Yuri words. Oh. God. Like. Misfortune. Also. Probably death. Wait a minute, I'm just still trying to figure this out. Okay. Alright, so Yuri words are certainly death has to be one. Wait, no, that's a sayori word. Gosh. Yeah. Bliss, definitely not. Is death one? Family is not. Fireworks, definitely not. Comfort. Is there any Yuri word here? Gosh, I don't think there's any Yuri word. Yeah, maybe should I just like go for like just a random word? Like I can't find it. I'll just go for bliss. Oh my gosh, that was Natsuki. I think melancholy is definitely Yuri. Suicide would have been a sayori word. Wrath, certainly. I'm just gonna wing it. I think Yuri's words are the easiest. Uncanny? Unending is definitely Yuri. Sunset. Oh no, that's Natsuki. Unstable. Crimson. Insight. Maybe aura. Atone, certainly. Frightening. Heaven sent. Inferno. Doki Doki is definitely Natsuki. Cage. Disoriented. Unrequited. Nah, that's Sayori. Though she is not here, hurt. Effulgent is certainly. Wait, I don't. Where did I see Effulgent? I was like, that was like a different one. Intellectual. And Vertigo. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Hi again, Azure. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Gosh, Monica, you're like covering up the whole screen. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, hi Yuri. Thanks for keeping your promise, Azure. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Yuri? Are you okay? Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh gosh, Natsuki. Bro. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. Oh my gosh. Like the room is actually twisting. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Okay, Monica. We get it, you're important. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga's literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Azure. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, oh my gosh, the music is distorting. I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not like that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if you don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want to. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can't read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, wow. And the room just twisted back. Everything's settled, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. Oh no. Natsuki, help. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Oh! Hooray! Yuri, so like, it's making a trip all the way to like a different universe. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, my eyes don't do that, unfortunately. I wish they did. Oh, now everything's normal. Okay. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled The Portrait of Markov. Oh, Russian. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Oh yes, Yuri and her eye that just floated across to like 20 light years away. Basically, it's about this religion camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Why'd it get lighter? And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood? But the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... oh. That might be a little bit of a spoiler. Other than the fact that that was very disturbing, Yuri? But anyway, I'm really into it. This book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs, no. That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Azure? No, not really. No, it's not that. It's, I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at a life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world's full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Chill, then suddenly... Oh, I'm rambling, aren't I? Chill? Chill, Yuri? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. And I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole body gets incredibly, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading, you know? The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Ah! Oh my god, that actually scared me. Yes. Yuri, no! No, don't do this to me. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Yes? I mean, what was that? You turned into a serpent. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. Stop while you're ahead, Yuri. I quickly retrieved the book that I had to put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Please don't do that. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's a little creepy. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry! I was just thinking of the feeling in your body. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? Man, this game still scares me even though I've played it like 5 times. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh god. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Why is Yuri making turning the page of a book so intense? What? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Ayo? My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. So poetic. Hey Yuri! This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant, something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that even came into my head, because I haven't read it, you know? Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little, my breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Oh gosh, please, please. Yuri stands and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Azure? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Damn, Monica. It's a little harsh. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Alright, Natsuki and Monica. Oh, Natsuki, huh? Monica, let's talk to Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Azure. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Azure. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Azure. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. Oh, she's so jealous because she knows it's for Yuri and not for her. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it works anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean like that's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? Yeah, you guys did it without her. That's horrible. Like, damn. I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Oh, she's so bad. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Wait, I want to look up if a certain jump scare occurs in this chapter. I'm just like checking to see like when they do so. What day I'm looking it up. What day do this happen? Alright, so apparently on this day, there's a certain jump scare that could possibly happen, which I'm not excited for. After some research. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Alright. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, we got hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears, the room begins to crinkle. Closing in on me, the air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Wow, that was deep. So what do you think? It's very, free-form? If that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of stuff's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of, epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Didn't she say this already in Act 1? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Okay. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Just move your hand, write your way into his heart. Oh my gosh. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'm going with Natsuki last. I'd rather Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. I think Natsuki's gonna be very upset with me today. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Aw, Yuri. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, Ghost Under the Light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlights have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Oh my gosh, that is like my favorite line. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Like, that is just so good. The light flickers, and I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Bro, you have like the best handwriting in the club. What do you mean? What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. That was not easy to digest. That was very deep. That was extremely deep. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Man, she has crushes on ghosts, I swear. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Azure. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you didn't only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's sad. That's deep. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Azure. Ah, me too. Oh god, not Natsuki! Oh my god. Natsuki's gonna kill me, bro. Okay. I could stare at this name all day. I just do not want to do this. I just don't want to see that. That's just so creepy. Oh my gosh. Her eyes popping out of her head. Wait, so like... Wait a minute. Oh. Wait a minute. Just mentally preparing myself for this. Oh my gosh. I think I officially got this, maybe. Oh boy. Okay. If that Natsuki jump scare happens, I'm gonna cry. Okay. Natsuki, please, have mercy on my soul. Oh no, she's gonna do it! Wait, is she? Never mind. Never mind, okay. Wait, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. It's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort. Man, I expected the jump scare to happen. That's crazy. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Ugh! Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Oh, Natsuki, you're so annoying. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Oh, I love this poem! Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. I mean, the last line was valid. People can try, and that's it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Natsuki, you ain't no pro. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh my god, Sayori's hanging in the back. Sayori is hanging in the back. Phew, I guess that's everyone. Hi. Hi, Sayori. Hi. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful. The music. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. It's a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Hi guys! Can you guys turn around and pay attention to what's behind you? They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. I can't with that picture in the back. I just see it. It's just staring at me. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks? Yours is, cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Azure did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Ugh! And Azure liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Fight! 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 Girl fight! Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Azure appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he appreciated my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Azure started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, wow, I can see, Sayori hanging, full view right now. What a good sight. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you, Monika. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. At me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy. Oh my gosh. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, just be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the frick is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Azure hear everything you really think. I'm sure it'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Azure! She was just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Ugh. How did I drink your world? Oh my gosh. Yuri. Not Natsuki. Yuri. Hi, Monica. Oh my gosh. Hi. Alright. Hello. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Monica, you're corrupting my screen. Hello, Yuri. Thank you. I keep calling her Yuri, bro. Monica, jeez. Hey, Azure. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. Yeah, I think we need to. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once you're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. Yeah, you're so nice. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Of course you would be. Now suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Oh wow. Sayori is no longer hanging at the back of the class. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it! I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Azure, please don't hate me. Please! I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Oh my gosh. That was so casual. That was so smooth, Monica. Like, everybody's crying in your club room and you're like, you guys can go home. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. Oh, those are fighting words, Yuri. Those are fighting words. Well, I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Monica just asserts her position. Well, I'm vice president. Ooh, come back. Girl fight. Again. So, please let me take the responsibility today. This kind of sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Azure. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Bye, Yuri. Oh boy. Girl fight! And that is the end of day 2. Let's save and return to this forsaken main menu. Exit ddlc. Oh gosh. That was wild. That was crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!